Hi, this is Dan Iden with Iden's Fitness and Sports Performance Training. I want to talk about some fat loss progress tips, some little things that you can do to help measure your progress and set yourself up for long-term success. First of the year here, a lot of people have different fitness goals, health goals, and one of them is probably going to be fat loss for a lot of people. So here's a few simple things that you can do to help with your success and ensure that you're successful over the long term. Measuring your progress. A lot of people will look in the mirror all the time to see what they're looking like. They'll be in the mirror multiple times throughout the day. So one of the things I used to do when I was in college, I'd get ready for these spring break college trips. I'd get real lean to go down to Florida or somewhere. What I would do is when I got out of the shower, I would put my clothes on and get dressed while the mirror was still fogged up. And I wouldn't look again in the mirror until all my clothes were on. I'd only look in the mirror once a week with like my shirt off to measure my progress. So when I did that, if you're only doing it once a week, I could see actual progress. I could see, all right, I got definition here. I got cuts coming out here that I didn't notice before. And that just reinforced that I was on the right track and I was making the right type of progress. So if you're looking in the mirror multiple times throughout the day or throughout the week, you're not going to see those small changes. Whereas if you only do it once a week, you're going to notice those changes and you're going to be able to see actual visible progress. Next one we can do, trying on clothes. A lot of people know this one already, but here's some different little tips that you can do to make it more effective and more accurate. Find a pair of clothes that fits tight. Pants, long sleeve shirt that fit tight. Use those only as your try-on pair. Don't use them any other time of the day. You wash them, wear them at different times. It's going to change how tight they are and how they fit on your body. So once every, say, 2 weeks, first thing in the morning, make sure you're doing it at the same time, set up some type of consistency for accuracy purposes, and then keep a journal. Write down how those clothes are feeling at different parts of your body. Say, a little bit looser through the thighs, a lot looser through the hips and through the rear, still a little tight around the midsection, and you're jotting these down and journaling them. So use those clothes as your try-on pair. Only use them when you are using those for testing purposes to measure your body fat. And if you do that and journal that every 2 weeks, you'll have a good idea of you making progress. And if you're losing body fat, they will fit better because you will be losing inches on the body. So another one that you can do with any fat loss goals, set up how much body fat you want to lose a certain period of time. Reasonable goals. I'd say about a pound of fat a week is a reasonable progress goal. A lot of people want to lose, I've had people come to me, I want to lose 50 pounds in 2 months. It's like, I'm not going to do that because that's just going to set you up for failure and you're going to lose a bunch of muscle, and I will guarantee you will gain the weight back and more within a short period of time. The only type of worthwhile weight loss is fat loss. If you're losing much more than, say, a pound a week, I guarantee you're going to start losing lean muscle. That's just a guarantee. That's just the way the body works. You're not going to lose much more than that. So a pound of fat a week would be good progress. If you say, like, the more weight you lose in a shorter period of time, the greater percentage is going to be muscle rather than fat. So if you lose, say, 50 pounds in a month, there's going to be a lot more muscle than fat than if you say you lost only 10 pounds in, say, 2 months. So 50 pounds, say, in a few months, much greater percentage of that's going to be lean body weight as opposed to body fat, as opposed to if you, let's say, lost only 20 or lost only 10. So set yourself up for manageable success with that, making sure that you lose only body fat, because the only worthwhile weight loss is fat loss. The next one ties into that. Don't use the scale as your measure of progress. You can use the scale as a general guideline, maybe like once a week, just to check to see if there's any unnatural changes in up or down in your weight. So if you say you lost 5 pounds in a week, all right, that's an unnatural change. That's too much weight going down in 1 week period of time. So you'd want to use it as a general guideline. But if you're using that as your sole measure of progress, I guarantee you're not going to achieve your fitness goals and reach your best potential with this. You got to have some method to measure if that weight loss is fat loss. So if you can get some type of body fat testing, that's what you want to be able to do so you can measure your progress more accurately. The next thing you can do, focus in on one thing at a time. A lot of people say, first of the year, say someone's totally sedentary and they've been eating crap all throughout the holidays and for maybe months on end. And they say, all right, I'm going to start training 5 times a week now. I'm going to, say they were drinking at night and stuff too. I'm going to quit drinking. I'm going to eat everything all healthy, organic. I'm going to start running 5 miles a day. you're setting yourself up for failure because you're committing to so many different things that are not part of your regular routine. Focusing on one thing at a time. Find something that's most important for your success and implement that. So say, all right, I have a client of mine that's been training with me consistently. He wants to start cutting down. He tends to drink almost every night. So big thing he did first of the year, cut out the drinking. So we're focusing on that. Can he make improvements with the diet? Of course, there's a lot of things he needs to do with that. But we're focusing in on one thing at a time. Focusing on that, that'll start to make everything else better. He'll probably start dropping body fat just doing that. Continue to build on how consistent we've been with the workouts. Then we can work on the next step. Then you can work on, say, the next step with your nutrition or some other healthy habit that you need to change to ensure your long-term success with this. So focusing on one thing at a time. Don't focus on too many different goals. Focusing on one thing at a time that's most important for your long-term success. Figure out what that is, then go on to the next step from there. Hopefully these will be helpful. You implement these. They should help out a lot, and they're very simple, and ensure you get long-term success in 2021 with your health